The Amazfit Active line has now a second generation, and it not only builds on top of the good fitness tracking capacity of the first one, but it also is about effective communication and messaging. Is it the perfect 2025 $100 smartwatch? Let's inspect. Hi, well, this is a new Amazfit wearable, something that was, as usual, launched first in the United States, now making its way globally, with Amazfit making a lot of bold promises about this smartwatch. They say that it can make contactless NFC payments, they say it has smart assistant, virtual keyboard, crazy good battery life, and a lot of great features which are packed within just $100. And of course, my task here is to explore all the positives but also all the negatives and give you the chance to make a very good buying decision based on someone else's real life experience. Hi buddy, nice to meet you. I'm Michael, the Tech Mishka, and invite you to stay and carefully watch the next few minutes, which are going to assure you that subscribing to this channel makes really good sense. Let's get started. Care about health tracking? You should, because this is a key focus area of the Active 2. Because of its shape and slim design, it is very light and is also comfortable enough to wear at night. Speaking of sleeping, I'm gonna have to disappoint you about the accuracy of tracking. With the first couple of firmwares, it's been rather unable to make a difference between being awake and light sleep. Apart from that, the rest of the sleeping-related stats look good, and I'm sure that they will get improved over time with updates. HR tracking is of course present too, monitors 24/7 and by default measures your pulse in increments of 5 minutes. Also, steps, blood oxygen saturation levels, stress, even temperature. But you know what? Here the really big change is about the Zepp smartphone app. It is now a lot more about well-being, and in the heart of the homepage is the physical and the mental recovery, as well as your readiness stats. Information that is so well synthesized that might be better positioned even compared to the famous Aura Smart Ring series being famous for their best-in-class app experience. This superb performance carries into the sports tracking area. If I have to say just one word, it is excellent. Amazfit deployed their latest monitoring sensors, and this seems to play a significant role into being able to fetch everything that you need in depth. Right away, I'm showing you a side-by-side comparison with Garmin Fenix 8, which costs exactly 9 times more than the Active 2, and apparently we seem to have parity of pretty much every single aspect of the tracked data. I was unable to spot any weaknesses or stats that are missing from the reported data by the Amazfit device. Furthermore, a lot of sports, even e-bike mode is present, meaning that you can accurately report such data to Strava, because yes, of course, the integration is present and very well working. Even the soccer workout is properly implemented and has GPS tracking too, unlike the latest Xiaomi-made smartwatches that I've recently tested. Overall, in terms of workout tracking, there's notable progress, and in my opinion, Amazfit Active 2 offers slightly better ecosystem than direct competitors, such as the Redmi Watch 5, Huawei Fit 3 and similar, and in many ways is on par with the Garmin Fenix line, at least about this aspect. Because when it comes to design and build quality, well, there still are few similarities, but size, shape and philosophy are totally different. Nothing unusual about the pack, it's just fine. Amazfit carry on using recycled or recyclable materials. Everything inside is tidy, well packed. Here's the watch. I can't say I'm too inspired by the design because I'm not such a big fan of glossy frames, but this looks slim, and it feels slim and super lightweight. I love the idea about the strap, very breathable one, despite being made of silicone. Quick note here, might be short for people with big wrists. In times when somehow rugged smartwatches have become a common thing, having this stylish and comfy fits is rather rare to be seen, especially with the greater features that Amazfit Active 2 brings in. There are 2 buttons on the side, the bezel is stainless steel, so Amazfit don't cheap out on it. The backside is mostly plastic and still looks good. My major concern is the display because too exposed and maybe it's gonna scratch over time, but keep in mind that there also is the premium version with sapphire crystal coating, which is a little tougher. Inside the housing, the pack is quite exciting too. Specs are something that Amazfit should be really proud of. Because behind this 1.32-inch AMOLED display, there's the latest BioTracker 6.0 PPG biometric sensor, a handful of additional sensors. There's GPS, a 270 mAh battery, Bluetooth 5.2 BLE, the watch can serve both iPhones and Android devices and is maintained via the Zepp smartphone app. If you look at the specs, there is nothing which is crazy good, but I would say they represent a very good balance at this particular price point. And yet, I would really pay attention to three of these features. The first one being the circularly polarized antenna, giving you more adequate access to global positioning. And the smartwatch does support GPS, but actually goes far beyond that because it is GNSS enabled, which means that it has access to all the globally available positioning satellites. It's a lot more accurate than just GPS. Also, the backside is pretty interesting because over here we have the BioTracker PPG 6.0 sensor, the very same that the T-Rex 3 is equipped with, which explains very well the good results that it shows about health and sport tracking. And it's actually nice to know that it shares something with a much more premium device from the very same brand. Speaking of which, well, obviously the housing is different, significantly smaller battery, but the battery life results are unexpectedly good because with all the health tracking features on always-on display and some sports tracking, which include GPS, gives me about 5 days per charge. Disable the always-on mode and you're gonna have this achievement doubled. With more battery-saving tricks, it may last up to 3 weeks on a single charge. Quite spectacular given the modest battery capacity. Charging from 0 to full takes about an hour, so it is also decent. While it won't last as long as the T-Rex line or the Balance or the Cheetah series, Amazfit Active 2 for sure is better than the smallest Garmin Fenix 8 member with AMOLED, which is very remarkable. Speaking of AMOLED and displays, besides being well protected and vivid, it also happens to be with great maximum brightness. Well, again, outdoors, on a sunny day, the AOD mode might not be visible due to the battery life precautions, but indoors, well, beautiful, especially when you get to pick some of the many gorgeous free watch faces. You can be certain that connectivity-wise, the smartwatch is also well equipped to serve you well. Exploring the workout results confirms the excellent GPS performance. There is Bluetooth, of course. For the premium edition, which costs $20 on top of the regular version, there also is NFC, therefore Zepp Pay is present, and you can make contactless payments if your bank is supported, and this mostly covers the European region. Oh, and just like most other Amazfit smartwatches with current Zepp OS versions, you can disable and enable the Bluetooth from the quick toggles, which is a good moment to show you more tips and tricks related to the software, because it might surprise you in a very positive way. You have a few great apps, such as the Map Maker, the To-Do List, Voice Memo feature, and even more. Perhaps the last one is the reason why you can also do this in order to respond to notifications. I can simply talk, and the watch does everything else. Yeah, not only pretty fine answers, but now, hey, it can transcribe your response, and Amazfit even bring in a virtual keyboard. Sounds like our prayers have finally been heard. And to me, some Wear OS smartwatches feel more and more like a dead end given the poor battery performance over there. Because Zepp OS is super battery friendly, has become absolutely class-leading in terms of features, and whatever has been brought in the past few months is just awesome. Tons of customizations, features, some little basic apps, and of course the Zepp App Store full of other good ones. Concerning the Zepp app, which is what your smartphone needs in order to control it, I've already expressed my positive opinion about the massive redesign it got in the past months. I'm sure that this is for the good, and although Amazfit themselves don't speak much about it, I feel this could be the most significant revamp we've seen with a wearable smartphone app in years, plus a very quality one. So I'm gonna take the chance and showcase some of the functions, and we'll let you know that there are a lot more data that you can review as long as you wear your smartwatch on a regular basis. So, are there any drawbacks? Well, hardly. For a $100 smartwatch, this nears perfection. Yet, the only little things I want to see extra: different size options, an LTE version, and slightly better coverage for the NFC payments, which are available with the premium edition only. For what it's worth, the Active 2 is a crazy good deal, and it's set for success in 2025. A few weeks ago, I was testing the Redmi Watch 5 and I thought it's going to be unbeatable for at least half of the year, but apparently Amazfit have included so many great features at this particular price point that, well, compared to the competition, having no restrictions about Android and iOS, bringing in a bit more features and offering the latest bio-tracker sensors, yeah, I think this is the perfect 2025 smartwatch. Do you agree or do you not? And if you have any questions or something to add based on your own experience, tune in via the comment section below the video, and I would very much appreciate it if you can support me in any way that you want and like. You can do it for free by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, or maybe you can give me a super thanks or become a channel member and enjoy some perks. And come back for more in just a few days' time when I'm about to post more cool tech inspections. Thanks for watching. I'm the Tech Mishka and look forward to seeing you again. Bye.